up, peoples? It's your dude Lee Solo, and today, after months of using it, I am finally making a video about the DJI Mini 5 Pro. And having flown this drone for the past 6 months, I've got some things to say, hence the title of this video. But first, let's get into when I bought the Mini 5 Pro in September. We are here today talking about something I've been waiting a year for, in 6 months, in 3 months. September 2025, we have the DJI Mini 5. I've been a Mini user since the very OG Mini. I killed the OG Mini. 6 days later, I killed the brand new Mini 2, and then I went and bought another Mini 2. So it was like kind of like 3 drones in like 1 week. She had a good life. Rescuing her from a tree. And that gimbal head don't look so good. Was not giving myself the allowance to have another drone for a hot minute. I'm gonna go out in the field right now, boot it up for the first time, give you my initial thoughts. Windier out here than I'd like to be for a test flight, but hey, guess we'll see. It comes apart different, and I'm not trying to break the arms. Whoa, and it just turned on. I feel like I gotta go through a lot of settings here. All right, well, let's just try to fly. Whoa. Okay, I have it on auto for the moment. Also, we're rocking with internal storage because I didn't even put an SD in there. Totally forgot. Classic photographer. I got those first few flights under my belt and was getting a little more comfortable and, you know, shaking off that anxiety of your brand new $2,000 drone that you don't want to kill. Especially because I came from a world of the Mini 2, which this feels like a mini drone. This feels like a mini Air, you know, and you can see the size difference in these things. I think one of the biggest things with this is that you're finally able to shoot with, for me, was able to shoot with D-Log. Now I know that has existed on, I think the 3 or the 4, but being able to have 10-bit D-Log is a game changer for color grading. Having the 1-inch CMOS 50 megapixel effective pixels on this new Mini 5 is just amazing. Also with the f1.8 24 millimeter equivalent lens, like it really does give you a whole lot of extra dynamic range, which there's 14 stops of dynamic range available in this, as well as a dual native ISO fusion thing that happens, but they both actually aren't available unless you're using auto ISO. You can still be in pro mode, you don't have to be in full auto, but you do need to have auto ISO, which is something I didn't know for the first many months. And something that I quickly found out that I was loving the first day is the internal storage is 40 gigabytes. I gotta be real with you. I think I took out the memory card for something months ago, and I haven't put one back in since then. And some of the features on this are just so impressive with the active track being upgraded, and I never even had that on the Mini 2. So it's such a game changer for me to be able to use that and to actually follow things, and it is really effective. As you've seen from other people who might have followed through forest, I wasn't about to put it through the risk of following me through a forest, but I'll believe other people's videos. I utilized it for just all kinds of other things that was really helpful. It's just such a useful feature for you to not necessarily have to be the most accurate cinematographer while also focusing on being a pilot. Active track can help be, you know, an assist on the cinematography side, while you're hopefully still focusing more so on the flight so you're not crashing into things. And speaking of crashing into things, I don't want you guys to think that I'm not a good pilot. I feel like generally I am. I'm just maybe showing some of my lowlights. But there was that one time I almost killed somebody on a video shoot. Hence, I was trying to do my best to be nice with the Mini 5 and, you know, like be careful, especially when you're just getting it. But we were doing a commercial shoot in downtown Toronto. And well, things were going good until they were not. Sometimes you get greedy with those sideways shots. As you'll see me mention later in the video, I wasn't quite privy yet to the LIDAR cameras. So I was flying sideways and then I goosed it. While it does have obstacle avoidance, happened to not see this wire. Down she went.
So what happened? What happened? What did you do?
I hit the building.
The one right there. Oh, the very top?
That one right there?
Yeah.
Bro, that's $1,500. That's not $300 off of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I know.
That's my mortgage for the month.
That's brand new, son.
Now I had a crew with me because we were doing this commercial shoot, and so we all went on the hunt. And the drone does have a Find My Drone feature similar to Find My Phone. It was actually a lot more helpful, I would say, with the Mini 2. With the Mini 5, it sent us on a bit of a wild goose chase. It took us like 2 blocks away from actually where it was. Look where it hit something. Watch where it hit something right here. We still have the football field in field. We're a building behind the football field right now. It was weird that it was so off, and thankfully it does record the last like 10 seconds or something of its flight before it crashed. Looking at the crash video and looking at what we saw as the drone was spinning down is what helped us lead us to the proper place.
Yeah.
And we got the memory card.
And it's still blinking.
And it's just still on.
Yo, we got it back. At least we got it back. Hey,
boys, I didn't think we were getting it back. Thankfully, we found the drone. It was very done. Happy to at least get the footage and to be walking home with my crushed drone instead of it just being a flyaway situation. The savior in all of that, of course, is DJI Care Refresh. And boy, is it worth it. As soon as I got home, I jumped on the DJI website, got into the Care Refresh part, and put in a ticket. And I think I was on the phone probably the same day. They told me it was like $40 American, 60 something Canadian to get the replacement fee. That was it. I was able to get a new drone. I did learn a lesson though, in that they asked me in the moment, was my battery okay? I presumed, which wasn't the smart thing to do, that I would be able to put in maybe a ticket for the battery afterwards. But as I learned later, I was not. In all my efforts in the weeks after to try to get a battery replacement, it did not go well. It seems that you need to get the battery replaced when you get the drone replaced, at least in my experience. That all said, the features of this drone are super impressive, and I've been enjoying shooting it for the past 6 months and in all kinds of different environments and seasons, and you can see that by all this footage. Many of the new features are new to me on the Mini 5 because I'm just making that leap from the Mini 2. Vertical shooting is new, and so is the hyperlapse, which I've been excited to use and try it out a little bit. Something else I mentioned before was the LIDAR cameras that are super helpful, and I wish I knew about them obviously months ago. It took me like 4 months to realize that you can watch video out those cameras. So there's 4 cameras or 5 cameras, I guess, because there's one underneath as well. The LIDAR obstacle sensing cameras are there for helping you navigate the skies when you're, especially at nighttime, to do return home through a safe flight path. But they're also cameras that you can watch out of. You can swipe through down to the bottom left and go from seeing a map to actually looking out a black and white camera that sees which direction you're going, because it always automatically switches to the direction you're moving. Camera can be whatever direction you choose, but the LIDAR camera will always flip to whatever direction you're going. Super helpful to someone like me who likes to get greedy about sideways shots, and then I can actually see what's coming at me, which is a way smarter way of flying. It's honestly such an impressive upgrade to put a 1-inch sensor on a sub 250 drone that does 4K 60 FPS and 10-bit D-Log. This is a Mini Air. You're either in this world or you go to the Mavic 4, but I don't know if you really need an Air anymore because this fills that gap. At least this gets you closer to the sub 250, which is the elephant in the room, because it's a bit of a bone to pick. To believe this is sub 250 is to believe I weighed 200 pounds. And obviously, it's not that big of a deal in certain regards, but many countries are privy now, and they have qualified this drone at a different level than sub 250s, and do have that worry that in some ways that I might go to another country and they might have an issue with it at the border or something. So there's really only one solution. Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. It's not really a big issue, but it could be somewhere, potentially, if you do something bad with it. Also, another feature supposedly is 20 kilometers transmission, which I have not seen anywhere near that. I have had signal dropping out and getting blurry and literally 2 kilometers away, if that. So I'm not sure how people could possibly get 20 kilometers. Okay, now let's talk about battery time, because it's not good. It says 36 minutes, which is blasphemous to me. I see like 21. I fly in sport mode a lot, I will say that. But even when I'm not in sport mode, there's like 20 something minutes, like 25, 24. I've seen other people list 26 minutes, but I don't even think I get that, which is a noticeable difference from the Mini 2, surprisingly to me, because like the Mini 2 definitely got me like 30 something minutes, and 10 less minutes is noticeable. I will also say that when it says return home, get it home. It's like the battery seems to be a shorter battery, and it's a very unforgiving final 20%. So use your flight time wisely and maybe stock up on extra batteries. There is the Plus battery that gives you 52 minutes, which I would be interested to see if that's accurate. But then it does change the weight above 249. I mean, you're already above 249, so might as well buy the Plus battery and just add a couple more grams. All in all, it's a great drone. It has withstood all kinds of conditions. I didn't even mention how impressed I've been with the wind resistance it has. A couple times I chucked it up in the air thinking like it's gonna struggle. And if you looked out the LIDAR cameras, it was struggling. But impressively, that gimbal is staying rock steady. Very impressed. Again, compared to the Mini 2, which like you start flying that thing in some wind, the whole horizon gets messed up and everything. But meanwhile, the Mini 5 is holding rock steady and giving me amazing shots in windy conditions and giving me amazing shots all over the place. I've been super happy and satisfied with the drone. Happy that I bought that DJI Care Refresh because it only cost me 65 bucks for a brand new one. And I've been flying safely and securely and successfully ever since. That crash happened in like the first 3 weeks of owning the drone, which just crushed my heart. But it's been a successful time since, as sometimes happens with me, is that I just like to kill things in the first couple weeks and then I gradually get my bravery back. And it's been really fun to fly and get some beautiful shots from Niagara Falls and getting all of that to my homie coming out and getting me on the boat. There's been a lot of different cool scenes that I got to see through the lens of this while I was testing it out. And I hope that you enjoyed some of the footage that I've been able to show you in this video. Maybe you possibly can take some of the ups and downs from this as well, but no drone is perfect, no product is perfect, but this one comes pretty close. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you gained some perspective, and reminder to always buy DJI Care Refresh, and I will see you next time. Peace.